As always, let us start with a quote as we proceed into this lesson. The quote is this: communication is the key between portfolio success and failure, because it informs the organizational leadership that the portfolio is doing the right work. Earlier I said portfolio is about doing the right work, whereas projects and program is about doing the work right. Portfolio is about doing the right work because at the level of portfolio we are choosing the components. We are deciding which component to add or remove, which component to keep or terminate, which component to authorize or activate, which component to inactivate. So we are choosing the right work. Not only right work is important, you have to also communicate that you are doing the right work to the stakeholders of your portfolio. If you do not communicate properly, then they won't understand what is the value of having this portfolio at all. Stakeholders play a critical role. Now, to engage the stakeholders, communication is a must. And that is what we are going to learn in communication management knowledge area. Portfolio communication management. In the real world, effective and efficient communication is important for portfolio success. The technical success criteria for the portfolio are noted in the portfolio charter, but the people success criteria will be met with the right execution of portfolio communication management plan. So this people success criteria is my term, and I believe this is equally important. You have to succeed with your people so that your technical success is valued. Communication goes hand in hand with stakeholders and their engagement. Communication happens with stakeholders and engagement also happens with stakeholders via communication. In the standard for portfolio management 3rd edition, there is no separate knowledge area or KA for stakeholder management. Stakeholder identification, engagement, etc. are done in this knowledge area. Before developing the portfolio communication management plan, a proper communication strategy is developed and selected. So first you develop a communication strategy. This ensures the most important needs of stakeholders are satisfied so that effective stakeholder engagement can be done and organizational strategies are met. Transparency in communication is important when the portfolio manager plans for optimal resource utilization or efficiency. Related to it, I have a tip which is telling you transparency can be a communication strategy to mitigate the risk of inadequate, insufficient or inconsistent communication. It is also valuable when planning for optimal resource utilization. When you make things transparent, people trust you. Things are transparent. I know what is happening. So in case you have inadequate, insufficient or inconsistent communication, which itself is a risk, transparency can help to mitigate this risk. Did you notice or did you just listen what I said? I said communication itself can be a risk. We'll discuss more of it when you reach risk management knowledge area, which is our next knowledge area. Related to it, I have a question back to you. Do you remember where optimal resource utilization is done? Because sometime before I said resource utilization, when you are doing a transparent communication, is also valuable. So where we have done the optimal resource utilization, in which process and KA? Do you remember with which knowledge area information or reports are distributed? I have spoken about it multiple times. So here is the answer. Optimal resource utilization, I believe you would have correctly said, it is in managed supply and demand, that is in performance management knowledge area. How the information or reports are distributed to the stakeholders? Again with communication management knowledge area. If you have listened to the previous tip with respect to transparency and answered the above questions correctly, then you can see that from both portfolio risk management and portfolio performance management are needed in communication management. Earlier I said transparency is a risk mitigation strategy. Here I spoke about performance management and its association with optimal resource utilization. There too we need good communication. So these are all related. performance management, risk management, and communication management. Communication is not talking too much or sending emails all the time. Rather, it is about communicating with the right stakeholders at the right time, at the right place, and in a right way, with the right impact. Also, while communicating, use the right communication methods. These are all we are going to see as we proceed with respect to portfolio communication management knowledge area.